Tonight's headlines: DILG wants entire Philippines under Alert Level 1. 2,679 new COVID-19 cases logged. DOH coordinating with WHO on Omicron XE. Comelec supports teachers' overtime pay. NBI PNP tap versus fake news. Nuggets trounce Lakers. And pump price rollback set Tuesday. Good evening. Today is Monday, April 4, 2022. I am Miguel Pao Tagonon and this is Tribune News on Cue. Here are the stories for this evening. Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Año on Monday said he wants the entire country to be placed under Alert Level 1 to ease restrictions amid the COVID-19 pandemic and improve the economy. He noted that it is the government's goal and stressed that the government has adjusted the requirements to place an area under Alert Level 1 like the required vaccination rate of A2 population from the previous 80% to the current 70%. Año added municipalities now can also be placed under Alert Level 1 based on the healthcare utilization rate of their province. On Friday, Presidential Deputy Spokesperson Undersecretary Christian Ablan said the administration is eyeing to shift to new normal before President Rodrigo Duterte's term ends in June. The Philippines on Monday recorded a total of 2,679 new COVID-19 cases from March 28 to April 3, 2022, which was 2% lower than the cases reported last week. According to the Department of Health's weekly case bulletin, the daily case average for the week was 382, and data also showed that 692 severe and critical cases are currently admitted in hospitals due to COVID-19. Of the 2,990 intensive care unit beds, 492 or 16.5% were occupied. Meanwhile, 4,230 or 16.7% of the 25,340 non-ICU COVID-19 beds were in use, and of the new cases this week, there was one tagged as a new severe or critical case. More than 66.1 million individuals, or 73.47% of the government's target population, are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The DOH said 12.1 million have received their booster shots. The Department of Health on Monday said it is constant coordination with the World Health Organization or WHO regarding XE, a possible new coronavirus variant linked to the more transmissible Omicron. The XE recombinant is a mutant of the B1.1 and the B8.2 subvariants of Omicron, according to WHO, adding that it belongs to the Omicron variant until significant differences in transmission and disease characteristics, including severity, may be reported. Meanwhile, the DOH said it is also continuously monitoring case trends with the assistance of the Philippine Genome Center. The Philippines has logged a total of 3,679,629 confirmed cases, of which 35,967 remain active. Tribune News on Cue will be back after these reminders.
Ako po ay kabahagi ng isang alyansa ng mga kandidato ngayong national elections na nananawagan po ng pagkakaisa. Ako po si Sara Duterte. Handa po akong magserbisyo sa ating bayan. Hinihingi ko po ang tulong at suporta ninyo para sa pagka-vice presidente ng ating bansa.
Alamin ang latest latest entertainment at sa mga paborito nyong celebrities kasama si Pocholo Concepcion sa programang What's Up. Makibanding at kwentuhan kasama ang mga kilalang personalidad sa entertainment industry. Sama-sama natin silang kilalanin at silipin ang makulay nilang mundo every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kaya sit back and relax lang kayo mga katribu. Hanapin at ilike ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Dahil sagot na namin ang masayang kwentuhan, dito lang sa What's Up. Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang ating daming sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube.
In other news, the Commission on Elections, or Comelec, will help teachers on their appeal for an overtime pay in their duty on the election day, as well as for the removal of tax on their honorarium. Comelec Commissioner George Garcia said the poll body will look into the appeal of teachers and endorse it to the concerned agencies like the Bureau of Internal Revenue. In a meeting with Teachers Dignity Coalition, or TDC, on Sunday, Garcia said the appeal for overtime pay was also discussed. He said a joint memorandum circular between the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Budget and Management provided that Comelec is not allowed to give overtime pay to workers who are not their employees. In other developments, the Comelec will seek help from the National Bureau of Investigation and the Philippine National Police to go after perpetrators behind fake news about the electoral process and the poll body. Comelec Commissioner George Garcia said people who are behind the fake news will be prosecuted, as he slammed a fake news item saying there are already results of the May elections involving 100% of the registered voters. He pointed out that the fake news undermines the integrity of the electoral process. Aside from this, a fake news item also claimed that ballots have already been shaded prior to the elections. In January, the Comelec warned the public against social media users impersonating poll commissioners or officials. In sports, Nikola Jokic scored 38 points Sunday as the Denver Nuggets sent the Los Angeles Lakers spinning to a sixth straight defeat and closer to elimination from NBA postseason contention. With LeBron James looking on from the sidelines, a patched-up Lakers team was unable to contain Jokic, who down the stretch as the Nuggets powered to a 129-118 win at the Lakers Arena. The defeat leaves the Lakers needing a miracle to overtake the San Antonio Spurs for a place in the postseason play-in tournament. The Lakers are 11th in the Western Conference. With a 31-47 record, San Antonio occupy 10th place and are on track for a spot in the play-in with a 32-45 record. And in business, Philippine oil firms are set to roll back pump prices of petroleum products this week, equivalent to at most only 12.56% of the net increases for this year. In separate advisories, Pilipinas Shell Petroleum Corp and Sea Oil Philippines Inc. said they will lower prices per liter of gasoline by 2.30 pesos, diesel by 1.85 pesos, and kerosene by 1.65 pesos. Clean Fuel and Petrogas will implement the same changes, excluding kerosene, which they do not carry. The adjustments will take effect at 6 a.m. on Tuesday, April 5, for all firms except for Clean Fuel, which will adjust prices at 8:01 a.m. the same day. Other firms have yet to make similar announcements for the week. The coming rollback for gasoline is equivalent to only 12.56% of the net increases this year, diesel at 6.64%, and kerosene at 6.40%. That wraps up the stories tonight. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastlands Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Committee Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Pautagonon, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Q. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng Perfect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there, mga katribu!
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.